Tai Chi. And so you can ask me any questions for the next 1 hour here. Hopefully, we spend an hour asking questions. I got a question here from Mike. Might ask the first question about, do you encourage videotaping? What are the pros and cons of watching yourself? That's a very good question. When you train Tai Chi the very first time, you're trying to learn. So, of course, you're trying to remember the movement, and that's not going to be easy. In the process of remembering the movement, if you try to tape it, I think it's okay. Just make sure you don't get discouraged, okay? Just make sure you don't get discouraged. Make sure that you are encouraged that you cannot remember that well, so you want to do better each time. My suggestion is to tell my people that they should tape themselves after they finish the form. Let's say they learn the 8 movement and they felt like they know it enough to tape themselves, and they should tape themselves from the back and from the front and look at themselves to actually evaluate themselves. I mean, you're the only one that's going to be seeing the video, not somebody else. If you want to show it to a teacher, that's fine. If not, you look at yourself, and then you kind of critique yourself and see, did you actually move the way your classmate is moving or the teacher is moving that way? If it is not, find out. Because when you tape yourself, you actually see yourself. Because if you just do it thinking that you got it, but you don't really see it because mindfully you think you're doing correctly, but then you don't really see it in terms of the posture, in terms of your understanding of how to turn, where to move, where not to move. So you get to see it on your video. That's the proof, okay? So that's the pros of it. The cons is it might discourage you that you can't do that well. But don't worry, everybody go through the stages of training, of understanding of how to do the movement. So it's not a problem if you are just trying to learn it the first time and tape yourself. So I don't see any cons in it. I see more pros in it. Okay, I'm seeing more people is getting online right now. Please say hello to us. Let me know who you are. Let me know you're on. Say hello so that we can communicate, and so I can say hello to you. All right. So let me check who else is on here. Uh, so the thing is you want to be what do you call tape yourself while you're doing the movement. That's for sure. Okay. Let's see the next questions. Why do new students drop out, and how has your teaching philosophy changed as a result? Why are students dropping out? That's a very good question. Statistically, when somebody learns Tai Chi, they think that Tai Chi is to relax you. Tai Chi is relaxation. Tai Chi is not supposed to be a stress. So when they come to my class, they find it stressful because they're trying to understand the movement and try to follow the movement. And everybody have ability to move a certain way and don't have the ability to move other ways. Maybe they're good in tennis or golf, or maybe they're good in swimming, but when they come and do Tai Chi, they found out that they have a hard time coordinating the movement. Some people have a hard time remembering the movement. Some people have a hard time understanding why are you moving this way. Whatever the reason is, nobody should get discouraged because this is something new that you never had it before in your life. You have never done this kind of movement before. What is it telling you? What is it telling you is that your mind is not getting used to this weird Tai Chi movement. That means your mind is not as strong as you think you are. So if you make every effort to train it and make it happen, you are working on your brain, your mind. Now remember, there's left brain and right brain. The left side of the movement, the right side of the movement. If you're right-handed, you're used to the right side. If you're left-handed, you're used to the left side. So therefore, it's not easy to coordinate the left side if you're right-handed, okay? So don't give up, because once your mind is able to tackle the left side of the movement, even though you don't do very well, what is working is helping you to train the other side of the brain. And that's what we need. We cannot just train one side of the brain. We need to have both sides of the brain. So that probably trigger many people leave the classes because they cannot catch up with it, And then, let's see. And I have been trying very hard to teach people to learn it by not being stressing out. So I use the counting system. Because Tai Chi is 108 move. So that's not easy. So I decided to design the first 8 movement from the beginning of Tai Chi so that someone can learn it. I even have a video that you can watch it online, that you can learn it. And I use the clock time. The clock time, like in the front is 12 o'clock, at the back is 6 o'clock, on the right side is 3 o'clock, on the left side is 9 o'clock. So you know where to place your foot and your body position. And now it's like a little bit stressful because you're trying to remember the clock time. But I think it's easier when you go by the clock time and not by the north, south, east, west. So that part, I think it will be fine for people to learn it the first time, But it's not an easy sometime for some people, especially when they're not athletic, in tune with their body, or they have never exercised as much except just walking and running. They haven't really done real body coordination, like playing tennis or playing golf or actually playing ping pong or swimming. So they may have a difficult time. Sometimes their brain don't see the left side of it. For sure, they need the Tai Chi. Once they accomplish that, their mind going to be ready for many things. They're going to create this dopamine in the brain. They're not going to have Alzheimer when they get old. They're not going to get dementia when they get old because they built this mindset from the very beginning when they learn Tai Chi. And over the years, it's going to stay with you. You're going to have a good memory. You're better than some of the old guys that's around you that don't do Tai Chi. I can tell you that. My teacher was 95 years old when he passed away 2 years ago. He remembered everything. Even all the war, the dates of the event that happened in the past, he remembered all of that. So that has proven it. And also Tai Chi have give a lot of balance to older people that try to walk and try to get their mobility and try to get their stances correctly. Tai Chi can help you to do that because Tai Chi is about balance. So you're going to get that, okay? So basically, that's the good thing about learning Tai Chi. Eddie asked a question about, can someone learn Tai Chi by itself? Sure. Can you learn it from YouTube? Yes. It depends on the kind of YouTube that was given to you. Of course, it's easier when somebody teach you live, Can you learn through Zoom? Yes, I've taught somebody in Greece. She got really good at it because when I was teaching her, she was watching me doing it, and I was watching her, correcting her, telling her what you do wrong, what you do right. and she also taped me while I was teaching her. So she have all the tools to get herself better. Now, if you just watch YouTube and do it, can you do it? Yes, you can. Can you do better? Yes, you can. Again, it's different from each individual. How your ability to adapt to seeing and doing. Believe me, if you try it and keep trying it and keep doing it, one day the seed is going to germinate. It's like you have a seed, you're trying to grow a plant. The seed that was given to you, you need to embrace it, you need to love it, you need to spend time, you need to put water on it, and it will grow one day. One day it will grow, I guarantee you. It's a question of doing it really good or not doing very good. Okay? That it requires more work. As long as you understand the fundamental of the movement, you can do it. If you look at my server, my YouTube channel, you can see that. It's a 6 movement. It's very easy. It's only 6 minutes. I recommend that to housewife that stay home. You can practice it when you're waiting for your kids to come home. You can practice it while you're cooking something. Only 6 minutes. Watch it and follow it. After several times, you're going to have the feel of it. You're going to be able to do it. Okay, let's see. How many days a week should we train and how long? Depending on how much time do you have. If you can train every day, okay, that's the best. Even though it's for 5 minutes. Now, if you don't have the time, then try to practice 3 times a week. If you really don't have the time, then 1 time a week. But to get the tree, the plant to grow nicely, you need to spend time on the plant, the little plant that you have. You need to look at it, you need to water it, you need to talk to your plant, you need to show love. Same thing, you practice. The more you practice, the better you become. It's like you're building a house. You build it slowly, you know. For the first time, you're learning the 8 movements, spend about 5 minutes, even 3 minutes a day, if you have it. I'm sure you do. If you don't, that's trouble, okay? I know we spend a lot of time on YouTube. We spend a lot of time on watching Facebook, Instagram. I think we can spend 3 minutes to 5 minutes a day on ourselves, health-wise. Now remember, the first time when you learn it, you just follow the movement. Just do the best you can. Once you understand the movement, then you need to mindfully involve with the movement. And when you're mindfully involved, then you're going to get more out of it. Okay? All right, let's see. What are the questions? All right, I answer that. There's a question by Mike again about active meditation and passive meditation. That's a very general, question you're asking. Okay. I guess when you say active meditation, you mean like there's action going on. Like walking. And if you're mindfully walking, that's an active meditation. And then you say passive meditation, and I'm assuming you are saying something like maybe you're sitting down, closing your eyes and relax, and you're meditating. And I think that's what you meant. Now, what's the advantage? Okay, let's talk about the advantage. Let's talk about the passive meditation, like sitting down. Closing your eyes, sitting down like I'm doing right now, closing my eyes. It's a lot easier because you don't have movement going on. Okay. But then at the same time, if I tell you to be quiet, passively sit down, close your eyes, and I tell you not to think of anything, that becomes difficult. Because all kind of thoughts will come into your mind and you're going to go crazy. You're going to go crazy with all the thoughts coming in, and you might get a headache. So what do? Nothing. You just stay there and be passive and tell them to go away. You know, your thoughts will come in, your kids will come in, your work will come in, your money thought will coming in, your mother-in-law coming in, your spouse yelling at you, your kids is crying, all kind of thoughts will come in because constantly the mind is working. And to empty it, that's very difficult. So if I tell you to empty it while you're sitting down, perfect. That's the advantage. If you are able to empty your thoughts. Very difficult. You can ask the Buddhist monk, you can ask the Hindu monk, or you can ask all the people that do meditation. They have a hard time getting rid of it, but they practice on it. They practice over the years, and they're able to get rid of these thoughts, and they will be at peace, which is great. You know, mindfully got rid of it. But remember, the body need to move. I'm a very active promoter of movements. Why is that? Look at the people in the wheelchair. They're not moving very much. What happened to them? They get atrophy with the legs and the body. Anybody on the wheelchair will have the problem if they don't exercise the legs. And I also found out that some of the older monks that I know back then when I was traveling Asia, they also have a leg problem because they're sitting down meditating too much and not doing enough physical exercise on the leg. So that creates some kind of problems for them in terms of getting pain, in terms of getting flexibility. It wasn't there. So active meditation, I still think, is a lot better. You know, so when you're walking and you're mindfully walking, I think it's a lot better. But for sure, Tai Chi is the best. Why do I say Tai Chi is the best? Because Tai Chi involves the mind. Tai Chi, let's say you already know Tai Chi quite well. You use the mind to direct the movement. You understand the fundamental of the body movement. You understand the body mechanics. You understand the requirement how to perform a good Tai Chi form. So if you use the mind, your mind, the emotional part, to direct the body how to move, the body to do the movement, that's the artificial part. I call it artificial intelligence. So if you use the mind, the emotional intelligence, with your body, the artificial intelligence, if you put it together, if you use the emotion to direct the movement, you get wisdom. You get ultimate health. You get ultimate fitness, ultimate or absolute power of this active meditation. So Tai Chi, it's a medicine meditation, I would say that, or medical meditation. Because the yin, the mind, and the yang, the body is involved. When you put it together, yin and yang, put it together, it's balanced. When it's balanced and all the mind was only thinking of the movement, you get absolute power. That's what it is. So, yes, in Tai Chi, it's considered an active movement. Yes, Tai Chi dance, you ask a question? Yes, it's very good. Active is Tai Chi movement, for sure. All right. I also have several questions. Somebody sent me text messages. Let me answer those questions while you guys may have some questions coming up. Somebody asked the questions, how can I learn Wu Hao Tai Chi? I'm not in Dallas. That's a good question. Well, like I said, I am in Dallas, Texas, Big D, Dallas. big city. Unfortunately, today we have a winter storm, so we got snow today. So that's not good, but sometimes it's good for a change. Anyway, you can learn to online with me. You can learn Zoom classes with me directly. You can take personal training with me. You can also learn it through my YouTube channel. And you can also join my Discord channel. My Discord channel. My Discord channel is a Discord server in my Discord app. You can get on and look for Master Jimmy Wong. I'm on there. And you can request for a membership. It's free. I will tag it on here after I finish this lecture, how you can join my Discord channel. And you can see all my videos on there pretty much. Some of the videos you may have to pay for it, but if you just want to learn the 8 movement, they are free, so you can get on it. And all my YouTube videos are on it. And then some of the overseas people that I taught, the videos are on it. So answering that question, so somebody asked me, the Wu Hao Tai Chi that I teach, what's the difference from that with the other Wu style? There's 2 Wu style, the Wu Jianquan Wu style, and my Wu Hao with Wu Yu Xiang Wu style. What's the difference? The Wu Jianquan Wu style is also a smaller frame coming from the Yang style. The Wu Hao style comes from the Chen style small frame. That's a difference. Wu Jianquan Tai Chi come from Yang Wuchang system. Wu Yu Xiang Tai Chi come from the small frame Chen style. Okay, I hope I answered the questions. I will not get into the detail. You can watch my other videos on YouTube that talk about the historical event, the historical lineage of all the 5 major Tai Chi. Now, why do I call it Wu Hao? Wu Yu Xiang, our founder, teach it to his nephew, Li Yiyu, and then he taught it to his student called Hao Wei Zhen. Mr. Hao Wei Zhen is the one responsible for spreading the art. And at that time, they call it the Hao style Tai Chi because his last name is Hao. So I decided to change the name to Wu Hao to give him the credibility of Wu Hao. And then Mr. Hao, Grandmaster Hao, also taught Tai Chi to a famous Bagua teacher called Sun Lu Tang. So Mr. Sun, Grandmaster Sun, learned the Tai Chi from Grandmaster Hao, and then he created the Sun style Tai Chi. So that's how Sun style Tai Chi come from. So Sun style Tai Chi, the sequence of the movement is very similar to our Wu Hao Tai Chi. So I'll answer the question. Another question here is, do you have Wu Hao teachers around the world? Yes, we do. Of course, there are many in China. Some of them are my classmates, some of them from other lineage. But I also taught many people in overseas before the pandemic time. I've traveled around to more than 20 countries to teach Wu Hao, and I have representatives in these countries. My goal is to travel at least 30 countries, so I got 10 more countries to go. I hope I get to finish it so that I can have my dream come true to at least go to 30 countries to fulfill my wishes for my teacher and my lineage. We have representative of course, in America. I have it in India. I have it in China. I also have students in China teaching there. I have it in Malaysia and different part of Malaysia, the northern part and the southern part and the middle part. I have it in Singapore. I have it in Indonesia. I have it in Philippines. I have it in, I'm talking about Asia right now. Let's see. Yeah, I taught in Nepal too, but he's not a teacher yet. He's just learning it. Hopefully he will be a teacher one day. That's the Asian country so far. In Europe, I have in England, I have it in London. I have it in Birmingham. I also have it in Scotland, I think. Somebody's training it, but he's not a teacher yet. I have it in Germany, for sure. I have it in Russia. I have it in Greece. I have it in Slovenia. I have some people trained in France, but they're not teaching yet. Did I miss any more European country? Greece. I think that's all I have in European countries. I started teaching in South Africa. I hope he will start teaching the Wuhao Tai Chi form. I just came back from my trip there. I have in Morocco, that's for sure. Morocco. I have. I taught in Dubai also. I taught in Dubai. And let's see, what else? I have a few more countries. Did I miss any more countries? Anyway, these are some of the countries that I've been. Hopefully, I'll go to about 30 countries in my lifetime at least. Okay, so let's see what other question they got. Okay, that's all I have here so far. Let's see any other question here. um, how do you teach Tai Chi without application? If somebody were to learn Tai Chi without application, I think it's fine because Tai Chi can be trained as a healing art, as a martial arts, as a spiritual art. I teach all three of them. I have a lot of people in Malaysia actually learning it as a healing arts, not as an applications. I also have people in Houston, a lot of senior in Houston. I have a teacher there that teach as a healing arts, not as an applications. But of course, if you train Tai Chi as an application, you understand the art a little bit deeper because Tai Chi was a martial art and it's still a martial art today. But it's taught mostly as a healing arts to seniors. So lots of teachers do not tap on the martial arts for the seniors so as not to scare them away. And it's a very good healing arts, don't get me wrong. And it's definitely good as a spirituality. But if you know the martial art, that's even better. You see, if you teach it as an application, you will probably touch a lot of the body mechanics of how the Tai Chi has to be moved a certain way so that they get the most accurate way of executing the movement. If they learn it for health, they may not care about the accuracy of the movement. But when they learn it for an application, yes, they do. They have to. So that they can see how it's been applied, why you have to do it this way, not that way as an applications. So that's why. Let's see if we have any more questions. Questions on the testing process, including instructor certification. Yes, I have many instructors that certified by me personally. None of them were certified by my other instructors. They're all personally certified by me. And all certification was done live. That means me with the person in front of him. I have not done any Zoom certification. I have requests by the people to do it. I was hoping that the pandemic will finish so I can travel and do it, but it looks like sometimes it's not possible. So I may be doing some Zoom certification. Maybe the certification is going to be harder as Zoom, you know. The people that got certified by me, I always ask them, why do you want to get the certification? Are you teaching as a martial arts, or are you teaching as a healing arts? If you're teaching as a healing arts, my requirements are not as strict or demanding compared to your training like a martial arts. Let's say you want to get certified to teach as a healing art, and you're interested in teaching the seniors, or even some physical therapists, you're interested in teaching them, or you're interested in teaching some nurses that want to learn it so they can help the patients. And you're also interested in teaching with people who have disability or people who just want to get healthy, not as a martial arts. My certification process is this. They can get certified in phase 1, level 1, which is the 8 movement and the 13 movement. Once they get certified, I will provide them the certificate that they have passed the test. And the testing is very simple. First, they do the form in front of me. But I want them to do the way they normally do when they train by themselves. I do not want them to impress me. I like to see it that way. That is the normal way of doing it when they train by themselves. I will look at it, and I will remember everything what they did in my mind. And then I kind of know what kind of adjustment or upgrades they need. Then I will tell them to do it again. For each movement, I will tell them what they do good, what they need to improve, what they need to upgrade. And it will all be videotaped. I don't tape it, they tape it themselves if they want to, but I prefer them to do it. So that way they can go back and look at the video. So the process is quite long in a way. And when they're finished, after I upgrade them or make suggestion how they should be training it, I will teach them how to train and how to teach. That's the most important part, how to teach. You don't teach someone the way you train, because sometimes your training is at a higher level. And when your training is at a higher level and you teach to a student who is at the lower level or no level or not so smart in learning, then you're going to stress them out. So I will teach you how to teach them, and I will show you how to train. Two separate things. So we do the same thing for the 13 movement. So the entire time for one certification will probably, it's going to be at least 1 hour or longer. If you are in my school, my requirement is even higher. If you are in Dallas, because hey, that's my headquarters, that's more demanding. I will certify you same way, but I will also require you to teach some of my classes, and I'll be watching you and helping you to the journey of understanding the art in teaching and in learning. So you have to do so many clock hours of teaching, and after a certain clock hours, and we both felt like you are very competent in doing your own journey, then you're on, officially confirmed. That's how I do it on the certification. And then after the next certification is phase 1, level 2. That is the first section of the Wu Hao Tai Chi, which is the 24 movement. And then I have the 32 movement, I have the 36 movement, I have the 108 movement, I have the sword, so on and so forth. Okay? So that's how I do the process of the certification. And of course, I put you on the list of all the certified instructor, and the whole world can see it that you are certified personally by me and you're part of this lineage. And I'm proud to have you as a representative in your area where you teach, as a certified Wu Hao, as an international certified Wu Hao Tai Chi teacher. Okay? I hope I answered the questions. Okay, let's see. No more questions. I think I answered all the questions. Let's see. There's 8 people online. Can you say hello to us so I know who you are? Only 2 people talking so far. Let me see. Somebody else ask any questions here? Okay, let's see here. All right, somebody asked a question about breathing. How do we breathe in Tai Chi? How do we breathe in Tai Chi? Tai Chi is different from Qigong. I call it Qigong means breath work. Well, Tai Chi is also a form of Qigong. It's a moving Qigong. Okay, but most people refer to Qigong just like sitting down or standing and do a couple of moving, do some breathing exercise. Now, Tai Chi is a movement. Okay? We do not focus on the breathing, at least not initially. Because if you're focusing on the breathing, then you're not focusing on the movement, then you violated the essence of training Tai Chi the right way. Because the Tai Chi training is the mind directing the movement in the body. Are you breathing? Of course you're breathing. You cannot be not breathing. If you're not breathing, you cannot even stand. Your mind don't even work. So you're breathing. Okay? Tai Chi breathing, it's not shown. Like, it's not shown. All the breathing done by Tai Chi is deep. We breathe naturally according to our movement. Now, if you really want to synchronize it, I won't suggest you to do it right now. I suggest you do it later after at least several years of training, and then you're very competent with the form. Then you can synchronize with your breathing. But by that time, your breathing is already so perfect, it's already synchronized. Everything is abdominal, believe me. Every time when you do a movement, when you sing, it's abdominal. So the breathing is there. Okay, that answered the question on breathing. I know we have a very stressful world that we need to have what we call a peace of mind. Now, some people think a peace of mind is just to avoid a situation. Some people think it's listening to a music. Some people think it's to watch a movie, which is fine. Okay? But I still think Tai Chi is better or is good because Tai Chi is involving with your mind and your body movement. You are exercising. You're releasing your stress through this exercise. You are detoxing. Believe me, you are detoxing. When you put your mind into your body and you're moving it so terrible, and you try to get it right, it's like you are detoxing the terrible movement that you did, and you're trying to get it right. And you build your mind strong intuition. So you always fix to do it right. So that means you're detoxing. Okay? To improve yourself to be a better person. So you're detoxing your mind. So I think Tai Chi is a good exercise for calming down your body, calming down your mind, calming down anger, calming down emotional disturbed situation. I think it's good. It's good for the mind and the body. Okay, another question here. How do you accomplish things? Good questions. How do I teach or accomplish students from other styles of Tai Chi? And is it difficult? Yes, it is. Most Tai Chi are big frame. Okay, what do you mean by big frame? Big frame means the movement are bigger. They are not smaller. They are a lot bigger. And because they are bigger, it's easier to do it because you see it. You know. So I think when they have a Tai Chi style before, they already have a preconceived idea of doing things. Now they're coming to us as another tribe, the Wu Hao tribe, and the frame are smaller. They will struggle a little bit. Sometimes I'd rather have someone have no knowledge of Tai Chi come in as an innocent person, and I'm gonna hammer his head, right at his head, and he will do it right. When somebody have a preconceived idea, it's harder to hammer because I need to get rid of some of the stuff to put my stuff in there. But then there's always someone who can learn both styles at the same time. There are a few of them, don't get me wrong. But there's some of them struggle. So it can be done. Everything is possible unless you make it impossible. So make it not impossible, then it will be possible. Okay. Question. Please give me some practical examples of how Tai Chi raises self-awareness in our daily life. Well, if you are training your Tai Chi mindfully, when you are training your mind to tell your body movement, then you are sending awareness to your body of your movement. If you're always aware of your body, then nothing outside your body is going to disturb your peace. If you're focusing on outside of other people movement or other people thought or other people action, then your mind is involved with them. So your peace is disturbed. So when we do Tai Chi, we do not get involved with anything outside our body except this cool, strong body, this Tai Chi body. We put total awareness on it and nothing else. Outside, do not come in. Inside, do not go out. Everything is one with absolute power. We are the Iron Man. Nothing comes in. Yet our mind, it's firm and soft and strong like water flowing in the stream. Very slow and steady, but very strong forward movement. Very aware. That's how Tai Chi will create that body for you and the mindset for you. Okay. Next question. The next question is, what is the philosophy of life to most of the teacher? Me as a teacher, I look at if a student cannot learn my Tai Chi, it's because of my fault. That's not their fault. Why? Because I don't know how to teach them. If they cannot learn as a teacher, like Confucius say, we have to adapt. We have to find a way to teach the students to be better. That's the responsibility of the teacher, is to make the student to learn and find ways to learn, find ability to learn. Let's say they're on a wheelchair, they can still learn because they still have the mind. As long as you have the mindset, even though you're not so smart, you can learn it because everything is possible. If the teacher thinks it's impossible, then that's a lousy teacher. Okay? So a teacher responsibility philosophy is to make Tai Chi possible for everybody. It can be learned. It's all about balance. Something is not balanced, you balance it. Okay? That's it. You just put on both sides. It's like a family, like mom and dad together, harmony at home. Mom and dad not together, no harmony at home. So that's the philosophy that we need to have as a teacher. We need to show our best to teach our students to learn it so they can be a better person in this society. Okay? I think I've answered most of the questions here. If I miss anything, please let me know. Thank you very much. And I hope this storm will go away by tomorrow so that we can have peace, we can be happy again, and do what we need to do in our everyday life. Thank you very much.